Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Like this is webinar. I'm sorry, this is a practice webinar. One second. Hello, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning.
We're just going to give one more minute while everyone joins the webinar, and then we're going to get started. Today, we're really excited to talk to you about the new Icon Time products that have just been launched. So we're going to go into a really interesting presentation about these new products and what makes them so much better and so much more powerful even than the old products that we had, which was our best-selling line, the treatment that everybody loves from Diego de la Palma. So I think you're going to be very happy with what we have to show you today. As always, if you have any questions, please write them down in the Q&A or in the chat, and we will be happy to get to those questions at the end. I think we have everyone here, so we're going to get started. All right. So today we're talking about Icon Time, a little bit of an update, discussing the precious power of time. As I'm sure you can imagine, on a global level, anti-aging treatment is the majority dominating the skincare market. More than 50 to 60% of all skincare treatments have to do with anti-aging. But now we're seeing some new trends beyond just anti-aging. First, we're seeing skin longevity. So it's more about maintaining youthful and healthy skin over time. The next new anti-aging trend is preventative aging. So anti-age treatments with more of a preventative purpose. And finally, we're seeing an embrace of pro-aging. So not such a negative connotation, something to be fought, something to be feel bad about. Pro-aging is about embracing aging by enhancing natural beauty through targeted and positive skincare. So time doesn't stop, but we can choose how to face it. This is a new approach called well aging. It's not about chasing youth or trying to look artificially young. It's about embracing change with awareness and care. Skin longevity is the expression of this well-being. So it means skin that year after year maintains its strength, its elasticity, its radiance. Aging is a silent process that begins early. So we have free radicals that cause damage, glycation that causes stiffness, and tissues that lose firmness. But understanding these different mechanisms means that we're able to slow it down. So at each stage of life and each stage of aging, we're able to give different targeted and effective support. So they say here, we don't want to think of this as a battle against time, but more of a pact with our skin to take care of our skin to the best of our ability.
And I do believe it's very important for estheticians today more than ever to counsel their clients, advise their clients in these very important issues. As you well know, social media is very strong out there, and there's lots and lots of competition. So we want to make sure that our clients feel confident that by coming to you, you're the expert, you're going to tell them exactly what they need based on your diagnosis and based, of course, on the time of their life. In other words, what age group are they in? Because as you will see, just like before, Icon Time is really focused on decades that we go through in our life. And so we're going to go through the 30s, the 40s, 50 plus. Our changes are drastic in those years, and they're very different from one another. And so each of those requires a very specific science-based, proven methods and products, ingredients that work to address what we're going through at that particular stage in our life. Often at trade shows, I get asked, I want an anti-aging product. I want one that works the best out of all of them. And I'll say, okay, well, let's take a look at, what age are you, what age group, what is it, what are the issues that you're facing? And I often get this resistance from people saying, well, I just want whatever's, going to work the strongest.
Yeah, what's the strongest anti-aging?
And so they want to almost buy something that would be like for a 60 plus. But meanwhile, they're like maybe in their 30s. Like, that's like completely taking the wrong approach, getting on the wrong bus, going to the wrong address, because you're totally missing what your skin needs at this particular time. And so I think that it's really important that you understand that icon time is called that because there's times in our lives when we need very specific things, and that's what it's trying to do.
Yeah, and if you don't hit the target at that specific time, then you've lost your chance to take care of that treatment. So if you don't take care of your skin with what you need in the 30s because you're trying to bypass and get what you think you want in your 60s, you're not taking care of the problems that your skin is actually having in your 30s, 40s. So it is really important to take a staged approach, which is what Icon Time is all about. Now, speaking of social media trends and social media advice, you have probably been getting a lot of questions about collagen. Does this have collagen? Is this good for my collagen? The hashtag collagen appears 4.4 billion views on TikTok. So there is a huge interest in collagen outside of the aesthetics community, even just in the general public. They all want collagen as this magic ingredient at the heart of anti-aging. But today, thanks to new technologies and new developments, we have functional intelligence. And what does that mean? It means we have these targeted super fragments of collagen that can stimulate, restructure, and firm the skin where it's most needed. These are evolved, lightweight, and precise forms. They merge with your skin and they transform the texture into a treatment. So what does that give you? It gives you skin that restores structure, tone, and authentic beauty. Now, it's very important to understand that not all collagens are created equal. You can find collagen everywhere now that it's so popular, but you need these new updated functional collagens to be able to get the best results that we're talking about. And that's what you're going to be able to get today with Icon Time. So gold, silver, platinum, the metals of eternity. As previously, we have our different treatments based on these precious metals. And it's not just a fun marketing thing. They're actually based on real scientific benefits and enhancements from these precious metals. So gold stimulates and brightens the skin, silver protects and soothes, and platinum enhances and strengthens. So they've based Icon Time again on these iconic elements that are enhanced through a new formulation for an incredible result. So Icon Time is renewed. It's a new vision of time, a new idea of beauty. It's not that different from what we've seen. This line was launched in 2016, and when it launched in 2016, it introduced a brand new concept, like we were just talking about, segmenting the anti-age treatments according to the different stages in your life and the different stages and ages of skin aging. So today we are relaunching that concept with a more modern, mindful, and personalized approach. So we have, again, the treatments silver to prevent, gold to treat, and platinum to renew. It's not just an anti-aging line, but it's a skincare that grows with your customer and adapts to your customer's needs. Let's talk a little bit more about skin longevity. This is a huge buzzword, again, something you might be hearing from some of your customers who are on social media.
I should mention also that skin longevity, we started to talk about this concept with the Cell Detoxium launch, where Cell Detoxium is the key factor throughout the cleansing process, and even with their very specific serum that addresses skin longevity. Skin longevity means that it's going to really focus on the cellular alterations, the DNA damage that occurs with time, telomere telomers that are shortening. In other words, every time the cell replicates itself, the little telomere, little tail at the end of our cells gets a bit shorter, which means it has less energy and it has less of a lifetime. And so what we're trying to do with Skin Longevity, cell detoxium serum and the cleansers and everything that has cell detoxin in it is to continue that cellular renewal, but continue to maintain the length of the telomere so that when that cellular exchange happens, the cellular renewal, you're not giving up a little bit of time, because that is the, what would you call it?
We're looking at the root cause of aging. So essentially what we're looking at when we talk about skin longevity, it's a different approach from anti-aging. And for those of you who've been using Diego de la Palma for a long time, you might understand that this is something that's been at the heart of our treatments all along. We're just finding a better way to talk about it and a better way to communicate it to our clients. It's all about addressing the root cause and healing the skin so that it behaves the way it should be behaving. And we're not just looking at the final signs of aging and looking at that. So we're moving away from anti-aging. In anti-aging, you're just looking at fighting the signs of aging. You're looking at fighting the wrinkle, fighting the dark spot, fighting the loss of firmness. With skin longevity, you're looking at what caused that wrinkle, what caused the dark spot, what causes the loss of firmness. We know it's things like DNA damage, mitochondrial or cell disruption, this telomere shortening that we're talking about. We want to treat that. And by treating that, we're going to treat, as a result, the wrinkles, the dark spots, the loss of firmness. So we're shifting our focus towards the cause and instead of the effect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You're also looking at rebalancing the skin as a whole at the tissue, cellular, and molecular levels by supporting the endogenous repair processes. That means your skin's own natural repair processes and your skin's own resilience. Whereas with anti-aging, you're just trying to add things on top and fix on the surface level. With skin longevity, we're talking about preserving your skin's own natural healthy processes over time.
Maintaining your skin as healthy and youthful as long as possible, delaying time, and it's been proven between 5 to 9 years, the skin can actually be prevented from aging, which is a whole decade. That's huge. So again, Icon Time still focuses on that, together with the anti-aging problems that we all see, the wrinkles, the dark spots, the loss of collagen, elastin, firmness, and so on.
Now, we know that chronological aging does not have to mean the same thing as biological aging. Chronological aging means your age on the clock versus biological aging, the age that your skin looks. So the idea is that with Icon Time, we can treat your skin to reverse the biological clock. And so your skin looks younger than your chronological age on the clock. And we do this again through these personalized treatments that meet the needs of each different biological stage. And this gives us a more holistic well-being and holistic balance on the skin. Now there are other factors, of course. We know that there's the skin and brain component. Your mental well-being affects your aging.
Stress is a huge problem.
Exactly. Then skin and gut. You need to have a healthy diet that contributes to your skin, and a healthy, balanced lifestyle. All these things contribute to your biological versus chronological aging. So we can look at this as a holistic approach to when you're doing these Icon treatments, you're taking care of that stress factor, you're taking care of mental well-being as well as their physical well-being to help them, again, reverse that biological clock. We know that there are 12 hallmarks of aging. We're not going to go through all of them today, but these interconnected processes, if we can target each of these 12 hallmarks of aging, that's the key to preserving the skin structure, the skin's function, and the skin's ability to repair and regenerate over time. So by addressing these markers, skincare can act at the tissue, cellular, and molecular levels not only alleviating the visible signs of aging, but also protecting the cellular health and the skin's fundamental layers and structures, like the collagen, elastin, hyaluronic acid, all these tissue components. These help to preserve your skin's natural ability to regenerate, and they keep it healthier and more youthful over time. I do think it's important to just mention that this is based on a scientific study from 2023 that looked at what these 12 hallmarks of aging are. The reason I like to mention that is because people sometimes ask, okay, but how do you know this really works? Does the anti-aging stuff really work? And yes, it does. It's not just our opinion. It's not just your opinion. It's not just that we believe in it. It's that these are facts that have been studied in scientific studies. And that is what Diego de la Palma bases all their treatments on. It's not just adding collagen because people like collagen. It's because they have looked at the science, and the science says that this is the best way to target the health of the skin and keep your skin youthful over time. So I think it's important for you to know that as well, so that you can feel confident that these treatments that you're recommending, it's not just because the packaging is pretty or because they're hopping on a trend. These are based on real scientific developments. So let's look at Icon Time. This is all about cellular biorevitalization and protection of the skin's support system. If we were to sum it up, we can say it's an intensive anti-age treatment that has been formulated to fight wrinkles and the loss of skin tone inspired by skin longevity. It's enriched with silver, gold, and platinum with precious energizing properties.
This is an ad that you can use in your social media to post. We are finding it much easier this way for our clients rather than you trying to create an ad for yourself. You can get these from us to post, and makes it much easier for you to advertise that you have this treatment available, as well as the products to go home with. So again, you can see from the results, 30% increased elasticity, more cellular energy, reduction of marionette lines, which are pretty difficult to do because we are smiling and we're causing them to contract. And so to reverse that is already a big accomplishment. And so again, this is a treatment that you can really be sure is going to give you some amazing results.
And again, these ads are all available through, we have a digital toolkit, which we'll talk about a little bit at the end of the presentation, but you can always reach out to us and we're happy to share it for you. But if you're also part of our online learning platform, you automatically have access to it. Okay, let's talk about the active ingredients. We have a specific action for each different biological age.
So Icon Time still has the silver. We know that silver is a very, very strong anti-inflammatory, and this is very important during the ages of 30 to 40 years old. This is a very busy time for most people. This is when we are adults, where we might be struggling a balance of work, careers, family, children, personal relationships, so many things that it becomes, it's probably going to be one of the busiest decades of your lives, of most people's lives. And so stress, a lot of outdoor activities, perhaps, a lot of free radical exposures internally, externally. And therefore, silver is going to be the key to resolving those immediate problems that are happening in those age groups. Because again, free radicals, stress causes what we name as inflammaging. Inflammation causes aging. The cellular communication is changed. The skin reacts with lots of stress, and our skin needs something to maintain balance. So silver is the key anti-inflammatory. It's the preserving that youthfulness of the skin in your age from 30 to 40. Gold is in 40 plus. 40 plus means your skin's collagen is definitely starting to, it would have started earlier, but it starts to really show those symptoms with some sagging, some wrinkles, loss of plumpness in the skin. Of course, all of that is happening between 40 and 50 years of age. Why gold? Because gold is energizing. This is where you need the most support to structures in your skin to prevent the collagen from glycation, breaking down, and to maintain the collagen, the hyaluronic acid, and all those other structures. So gold is the key here. And then, of course, we get to 50 plus. This is where we have, especially for women, not only do we have aging, but we also have menopause, we have estrogen loss. And so we are finding that the metabolic activity really slows down, and cellular renewal can be as slow as 60 days plus. Protection of elastin is really important at this age because not only have you lost collagen, but now you're also starting to lose that elastin. And so here it's about renewal. So platinum is helpful in energizing and giving more energy to those cells that want to slow down. Platinum does one more thing. It also stimulates youth proteins versus aging protein. So every time your cells turn over, there's a reason why we age over time, because every time those cells turn over, and this is not just in the skin, but in all organs of your body, as your cells turn over, like we said before, this telomere gets shorter, but also the cell changes slightly to become aged. And so that loss of energy, we now know we can fight and we can prevent it. And so we can do that with platinum. In other words, the youth proteins are going to be there more than they used to call it zombie cells or zombie proteins. In other words, we want to maintain our youthfulness for as long as possible.
And we're maintaining the youth proteins in the cell as it turns over and decreasing the number of the aging proteins, which will age that cell over time.
And again, this is very much needed at 50 plus.
Another thing that's different, so the silver, gold, platinum has been around in Icon Time, but now we have something called Icon Time Radiance, which is specifically the protection of the anchoring collagens. So this is what causes the sagging of the skin as you break down the anchoring collagens. We're going to protect that with Icon Time Radiance, and it's also illuminating. So this is a new ingredient that is available for the ages 40, decade 40 and the decade 50.
And just to explain the anchoring collagens, as you know, the epidermis sits on top of the dermis, but between the dermis and the epidermis, we have these anchoring collagen fibers, and this is a type of collagen that is found only there, and it's almost like anchoring. It's called anchoring for a reason, tying your ship to an anchor, not letting it go. But as we age, this lengthens, and so that's why we have more sagging. We want to shorten that again. We want to maintain its firmness. We want to maintain that collagen structure right at that matrix. Is called the anchoring collagens at the matrix level between the epidermis and the dermis. It's exactly the point where they meet.
So looking at Icon Time, at the ingredients in the silver, we have the anti-inflammaging system. This ingredient, this special cosmeceutical ingredient, has been improved and advanced from the previous formula to be even more powerful. This is a system that counteracts the micro-inflammatory processes. This is one of those hallmarks of aging we were talking about, both at the epidermal level by strengthening the barrier function, and also at the dermal level by stimulating collagen and elastin production. It also enhances communication. The loss of communication is another hallmark of aging, and the cohesion between the skin layers. So it slows the aging process and supports skin longevity. This is an amazing cosmeceutical found in the silver treatment. We also have silver microdust. Again, this was in the previous treatment. It strengthens the skin's barrier structure and its optimal thickness, fortifying it and counteracting the harmful effects of external aggressors. Another hallmark of aging is that the epigenetic alteration. So that means the genes are altered by the external environment. So we need to fight that DNA alteration by using this silver microdust. Then we also have a brand new ingredient that is really exciting. It's called Oxyg Skin. It's a brand new cosmeceutical. This ingredient enhances the cellular respiration to increase cellular energy. This breakdown of cellular energy is another hallmark of aging. It causes cellular damage when you lose cellular energy. So we're going to increase that cellular energy. It triggers the production of collagen, elastin, and hyaluronic acid, and that makes the skin brighter and more radiant. And it also protects the skin from oxidative stress caused by exposure to blue light. So you may not be aware of this, but we all know UV light, sunlight is bad for our skin, but also the blue light from our devices, from our phones, computers, and other sources of digital pollution. These also create this epigenetic alteration, these gene expression changes. So it's very important to protect from blue light on your skin as well. And that's what this ingredient does. Now looking at Icon Time Gold, we again have the golden cull peptides, which we had in the previous treatment, but this cosmeceutical again has been advanced and updated to be even stronger than before. This is an energizing peptide based on gold, and it stimulates the formation of new collagen and it enhances the creation of these telomerase. These are enzymes that protect the length of those telomeres that we were talking about in the aging process. These are crucial structures for the longevity of skin cells and to counteract the aging process. So these golden cull peptides are going to protect these crucial ingredients that we need in our skin. Over time and due to environmental factors, these telomeres shorten, and that leads to a decrease in the production of collagen, elastin, and hyaluronic acid, and that's what causes wrinkles, loss of elasticity, thinner skin. But by protecting these using the golden cull peptides, we slow the process and we're able to maintain more youthful skin for a longer period of time. The other ingredient that we have in the gold segment is the No Ages peptide. This is a complex of biomimetic peptides that protect collagen and elastin fibers from degradation caused by sugars. This sugar breakdown, also called glycation, it is another hallmark of the aging process, and it leads to softer, more sagging skin. So you need to keep the skin firm and counteract the wrinkles, skin sagging, and the loss of tone using this New Ages peptides. Then looking at the platinum segment, we have the age delay complex. This is what we were talking about before. It stimulates the production of the clotho-proteins, also known as the proteins of youth, so that each time your skin turns over, you have more of the youth proteins and less of progerin or the aging proteins. And by doing that, we are delaying the aging of the cells, which is another hallmark of aging. Moreover, it also protects the three-dimensional structure of elastin, so it holds onto that dynamic 3D stretching effect of the elastin, and it preserves the flexibility of the skin, and that's something that is compromised over time by the damage of external aggressors. So this is going to give you a firmer face and more elastic skin. And then we have the Platinum Skin Matrix. Again, this has been enhanced and improved from the previous formulation. This is a platinum-based peptide complex that restores cellular communication, another hallmark of aging, and it preserves the extracellular matrix of the skin scaffolding. So essentially it preserves that skin scaffolding to keep the skin firm and tight and plump. Exactly. For firm, plump skin with a more youthful appearance. So those are the main active ingredients in the 3 segments. And then let's look at Icon Time Radiance. This is the new segment that has pro-collagen fragments. This is a brand new ingredient. It is a biomimetic precursor of human collagen versions 4 and 6. These are the adhesion collagens that cause your skin to, the two layers to meet. And so it reorganizes the 3D network of the skin scaffolding and enhances its support function, while improving the interlocking of the dermal epidermal junction. So essentially, this is going to help your skin to create the specific collagen it needs at the dermal epidermal junction to keep the skin, prevent it from sagging and prevent the loss of definition in facial contours. So you can see that here in this image. You'll see the fibers here are the collagen fibers. If they break down, if, like you see in the before structure, then you're going to lose that plumpness. In the after structure, or in the after image, you can see that those structures have been enhanced. And so the skin is able to keep that pillowy, plump firmness.
And it's important to understand that it can actually repair. So if it's happened, it can actually reverse that.
Mm-hmm.
So as you can see here, here's your wrinkle. This area is very flat. So we've lost that undulation, which is what keeps our skin plump. It's more flat. And then you can see here that the collagen fibers have actually broken. After you use the product, you can now see there's the undulation back. So this is what we're talking about anchoring. You want this undulation or these waves. Oops, sorry.
It's back.
And you want the repair taking place, so that they're, the collagen fibers are not broken and they're sitting up again. So this is so important to understand that this product, this ingredient, is working very specifically at not just renewing the skin, because when you renew, but the new cell is even worse than before, then you're not really renewing, are you? So you want to renew and you want to regenerate, but you also want to have healthier skins being regenerated, not old skins.
Yeah, and in order to do that, as you age, you need to give your skin those key ingredients, those precursors to those key anti-aging ingredients like the collagen. You need to give that back into the skin. And if you're not doing that, it doesn't matter if you're doing a laser treatment or you're doing injectables or you're doing
microneedling is very popular out there too, which really addresses collagen.
Yeah.
This would be a perfect treatment to offer together with some sort of microneedling.
Mhm.
You can see here too, epidermis regeneration occurs. Not only do you have everything happening below the skin in the dermal layer, but also regeneration at the top. So again, we have regeneration, more cohesion of cells, fibroblast turnover, collagen contractions, and here we have the dermis layer now being improved with the anchoring, with the collagen being replaced. By the way, we have many different kinds of collagens in our skin, but collagen 4 and 7, not 6,
Oh, yes.
are the ones that are the most crucial for us. And also 18, we have that in the Philift line, but these are the 3 main collagens that we want to focus on when we're working on skincare.
And again, that's a very scientific explanation that obviously you don't need to give your clients every time about how it works. But I think it's important to go into this scientific background so that you can understand and you can be confident that these ingredients really are working in a full cycle of aging on all layers of the skin to prevent, repair, and treat the problems associated with aging. And so you can feel confident that these products really truly are working and they are based on the latest advances in scientific technology. Then of course, we have our key ingredient from Diego de la Palma, the 51+3 Hyalu complex. This is the multi-active bio-revitalizing ingredient. Again, it's an essential element for cellular communication. Cellular communication is so important. This addresses skin imperfections on multiple levels. And in the Icon Time segment, the Hyalu complex has an enhanced amount of amino acids that are part of the collagen and elastin structures. So it's been rebalanced, recalibrated in the Icon Time segment to help preserve the skin's framework and to strongly counteract wrinkles and loss of elasticity. So this gives you balanced and intensely regenerated skin. So here you can see again, this is a synergistic action to promote skin longevity. We're working on all layers at all the different targets of aging. We're looking at the internal primary chart causes of aging, the external chart causes of aging, and the integrative chart causes of aging. On all levels is a full cycle that we are targeting everywhere, and that's going to give us the best result.
This is silver, by the way. They didn't silver.
Oh yeah,
51
the
plus 3.
where it says Argento micropolymeric, that's silver microdust.
No ages peptide, salitoxium. So as you can see, it's a really, really complete program of anti-aging for each of the different segments. However, there is one product that you can give to your clients that's new.
We're gonna get to that in just a minute.
Okay, so before we're going to talk about the elastin booster.
Yeah,
this
we'll
is
talk
great.
first about what the professional products. So the first thing we have is the Elastin Booster. This is a professional booster serum. It's an intensive sculpting and elasticizing treatment. It's a concentrated age delay complex that preserves the 3D structure of elastin and enhances its dynamic 3D effect. And it's enhanced with platinum skin matrix to stimulate the dermal renewal and collagen and elastin production. It helps to visibly reduce wrinkles and improve skin tone. So this is going to give you firmer, tighter, smoother, and younger looking skin. The active ingredients in here are the age delay complex, the platinum skin matrix, and then we have a high molecular weight hyaluronic acid. High molecular weight is going to be at the surface of the skin to give your client a visible instant result on the surface of their skin. So from the moment they leave your treatment, they are going to immediately look better and see an immediate result. And then over time, it's going to work to give them a better result as their skin gets better and better over time. Next, we have the ingredient the product you were wanting to get to, which is, here you can see the packaging. It is a professional and a home care product, like the booster serum from the Cell Detoxium range. Oh, I guess we can, yeah, we'll go on to this mask first. We have a new super mask, a Pro Collagen Super Mask. This is an incredible sheet mask that you can use in your professional treatment, but you can also sell it to your client for use at home. This is a really amazing treatment, a really amazing retail product, especially if they have a special event, if they're in a wedding or they have a special occasion that they're trying to make their skin look extra special for. This is a great mask, easy to use at home. So this is an intensive treatment for smoother, firmer skin. It has the Pro Collagen fragment precursors to collagen, and it is powered by the Second Skin infusion technology. So this is a biocellulose mask, which is infused with an ultra concentrated serum that perfectly adheres to the skin. So it gives you a second skin infusion, almost like a secondary skin on top. It gives you a deep, deep infusion of those precious active ingredients. So nothing is going to be wasted. The active ingredients here are Pro Collagen fragments and No Ages peptides. This would also be an incredible mask to finish if you were doing microneedling or more
aggressive treatments, even laser, chemical peels. You don't really need a serum application after this. This has a serum already in it. Mm-hmm. So it's like a second skin infusion technology that promotes the penetration of that serum. The collagen booster firming face emulsion is in one size. It's primarily for those clients who need a serum to take home, and this is going to be very helpful. Of course, you can also add it to your facial if you like, but to be honest, if you're using that mask, you don't really need this one. You can just sell it to the customers to use at home instead. And it's an amazing serum with pro collagen fragments collagen, precursors to your own skin making its own collagen. And it's also going to support and reorganize that epidermal dermal junction that we spoke of. It's also going to really provide that deep support for those wrinkles and, of course, sagging of the skin. It also has a mineral pigment that's like a soft nude beige shade that illuminates the complexion, so it can actually be used. Makes your skin looks amazing right away. When you put it on, you can just, I feel like when I put this on, I don't even have to put makeup on, honestly. My skin looks so beautiful. So again, it has the gold collagen gold peptides. It can be sold to all ages. It is not just specific to one age group, so everyone can use this. So the treatment, they have three different targeted treatments that you can do as a facial. The first one is a silver. So as you can see, you cleanse, you tone, I don't know if you've heard, but now we have these new ritual of spraying the room or spraying the hot towel, cabbie towel with the relaxing blend that helps to really de-stress the client the minute they lie down in your lounge. It makes them relax. And as we spoke about before, we all lead such stressful lives that it's very, very important for us to create that really soft atmosphere for the clients to
Relaxing
totally
environment.
relax. And this blend was created very, very specifically to provide that energy to the clients to completely relax. The exfoliation process comes next. You can choose between the enzyme peel or a mandelic acid. As you know, enzymes are good for those clients who are a little bit more sensitive, or they may have a lot of dryness, a lot of dehydration, a lot of desquamation taking place, versus the mandelic. The mandelic is better for pigmented skins, dark spots, more mature clients. Again, very slow to renew skin. I find the mandelic acid is the ideal peel to use. Both do not cause any sensitivity whatsoever, so very safe to use. And then, of course, we have our massage, and we have our massage cream, which also has a great amount of cell detoxin in it. So when you're doing your massage, you're not only providing a wonderful experience, but you're also providing the skin with that super important health benefit, which is the cell detoxin that restores the health of the skin. The massage is recommended to be about 20 minutes long. We do have different massages in in Diego La Palma, and some of them are specific, like the Icon facial treatment shows you a very specific massage. You can see that and perhaps adapt some of those movements or the whole thing to your massage that you already have. Massage is really gaining popularity now, and more people are seeking that. So this is the perfect time to introduce a really strong massage in your treatments. The targeted action is going to be your super mask that we just spoke about. And then once you remove that mask, they're suggesting to put the cell detoxin booster serum. I've told you though, you don't need to, because quite honestly, the super mask is amazing. And then you finish with another serum, if you wish, which is the Redensifying Global Anti-Age Serum. And then you finish off with the corrective eye cream, the redensifying anti-age cream, and a daily protective fluid SPF 50. At the end of the facial, you can spray the area in the room next to the client, or finish off with the white perfume, which provides more of a wake up energy to the client, sort of uplifting and waking up of the senses, so that she or he walks away from the treatment room feeling energized and with some vibrancy in their leaving the spa or your treatment room.
Mhm.
So again, this is ideal for 30 plus, and it's really focused on that inflammation process. If you get anyone in your room that is in those ages and also has some inflammation, you can even see some of that inflammation, perhaps. No, I don't want to say a very sensitive skin, but certainly a skin that's sensitive and aging, this is the perfect treatment for them.
Mhm.
Then we have the gold, and this is the one that's really going to focus on glycation and collagen loss, the degradation of collagen fibers. So here again, you have pretty much the same. The only difference here is that they're basically suggesting to use the collagen booster together to finish off the treatment. But I didn't find much difference between the silver and this one, right?
Yeah, it's the finishing.
The finishing part
Finishing.
to that they're recommending you to use a collagen booster at the end. All right. And then we have the platinum, and the platinum does change a little bit because we're talking about a slower to renew skin. We're talking about 50 plus. The estrogen level is very low, the energy is low, and we really want to focus on the strong show signs of aging. So here again, what we're doing is same as before, but there's one more ingredient that you're using, and that's this elastin booster serum. The elastin booster serum is added to the massage. You can either apply it as a single layer all over and then massage cream on top, or you can mix it into your massage cream. I personally have been using the elastin serum at home, and I've been using it more like two or three times a week. And I give myself a little massage at home before I go to sleep. And I find that that really helps me to maintain. And I've seen a big difference in the neck and in the areas where you're, of course, going to start to show signs of aging. So again, even though they tell you this is really meant to be a professional serum, I can see a great advantage to using it at home. And I think that it's something that you should consider also to retail. And again, it comes in a 50 ml, so it's a pretty large serum for clients to use together with their booster serum. All right. All right.
Okay, so those are the professional treatments. Now let's look at the home care. The home care is where we have a lot more differentiation between the products because we had the silver, gold, and platinum 24-hour cream. With silver, we have the revitalizing anti-age cream. The ingredients in here are the 51 plus 3 Hyalu complex, the Oxygen Skin, the anti-inflammaging system, creatine, silver microdust, and a Abyssinian oil. This is a brightening treatment inspired by medical aesthetic tissue oxygenation therapy, and it's an advanced formula enriched with anti-inflammaging system that we've been talking about to fight the chronic microinflammatory skin processes that cause premature skin aging. So it's going to fight dry skin, wrinkles, dark spots, and loss of elasticity. It's formulated with a silver microdust powder, which creates a protective barrier against external aggression on the skin. And it has a really beautiful iridescent texture to instantly brighten the complexion. I'm going to try to show it to you here. Not sure if you'll be able to see it on the camera, but it has an iridescent texture. It's not like glittery, but it's going to leave the skin instantly really radiant and beautiful. You need to come in and see it and try it for yourselves because it has a beautiful texture, much like the booster serum we were talking about. You can apply this and you don't even need to wear makeup after or foundation after because it's instantly going to be really illuminating, radiant, brightening for your skin. And instantly smoothing as well. It also works as a wonderful base for makeup. So if you do have a client who wants to wear full makeup, or if you're doing makeup on a client, this is an excellent base. So this is a product you apply morning and night. Then in the gold segment, we have the restructuring and filling redensifying anti-age cream. This is a premium treatment to fight wrinkles and the loss of smoothness. At the heart of the formula is the No Ages peptide, aminopeptide complex, which specifically is designed to reduce the effects of glycation or the aging of the collagen fibers because of excess sugar in your diet.
And age.
And aging, yes. Over time, the glycation process ages those collagen fibers. It's enriched with golden peptides, which is a luxurious gold-based peptide complex to stimulate new collagen. It slows down the aging of the skin and preserves cellular longevity. It has a really enveloping protective texture to keep the skin firm and to reduce wrinkles day by day. The ingredients in here are the 51+3 Hyalu complex, golden peptides, No Ages peptides, Abyssinian oil, and shea butter. So this is a more nourishing, more enriching cream than the silver cream.
And again, remember in the 30s, you can still have some oil activity in some skins because, again, it's a very erratic time and still, lots of things going on with estrogen and progesterone. So they purposely kept the silver a little less oily as a skin cream, more adaptable to those conditions of skin that are perhaps combination, leaning towards dryness, but not necessarily too dry. Whereas gold, of course, as you get into your 40s, you're definitely going to start to see a loss of sebum and therefore a little bit more richness to the cream. And then we end with the last one, which is a platinum, and this is the skin renewal, the one where it's really boosting that deep regeneration and that matrix that needs to be replenished as well. The activation of the dermal renewal, really pushing for that 3D stretching effect for more smooth skin. And again, it's more for that very dry, dehydrated skin that will happen as we age, especially 50 plus. So there's definitely more richness to this product than the other two. It has the 51+3. It has the age delay complex and the platinum skin matrix, as well as the creatine and the Abyssinian oil. Beautiful products, all three of them. I'm very, very happy with the changes in the formula. Not only do they feel amazing, they work tremendously well and they look beautiful. The texture and the feeling and even the fragrance is extremely pleasant. I do want to mention that Icon Time, the fragrance of Icon Time has also changed slightly. It's a little bit more refined, I think. It's definitely something that all your clients are going to absolutely love. And I do want to say a word about, fragrances, because a lot of people now are concerned with fragrance and they might be asking you, oh, is there a fragrance? Or I don't want any fragrance. That has all come about as a result of a lot of cosmetic products using very low grade, in other words, very cheap fragrances, but also really indiscriminately and not really putting any thought into what is the fragrance going to do for the client. Whereas with Diego La Palma, they spend a great deal of time, effort, money into how is this going to smell? How is this going to be fragranced? They use only the purest distillates of so very expensive fragrances that are coming from the natural, and then the combination needs to be such that it actually has a purpose. The fragrance is connecting the brain to the skin. And so it's providing the clients with that beautiful sense of well-being.
Mind-body connection for full wellness.
Exactly. There's a mind-body connection that needs to be reestablished. And this is all part of the process, which also makes the client absolutely love their products. Not only do they smell good, feel good, the texture, the looks, but everything about them has to be 100%. Nowadays, we need all of that for us to be able to meet the needs of our clients who are becoming more and more discerning about what products to purchase and where to spend their money.
Yeah.
Packaging is also improved. I feel that it's a much more beautiful packaging. The dark gold on all of them, I think, is beautiful. Again, we have the boxes that really show the customer the efficiency tests that have been done and the results. I think this is very important. We're one of the only companies out there, not only in the skincare professional industry, but also in the retail, where they actually print the results of the clinical proof that the product works with independent laboratories doing the testing and providing these results. I have not seen yet a single, not one out there that gives you this. Only Diego de la Palma. And so this is very important for you to know. Also, the instructions are inside. Once you open the box, there's even more instructions inside, avoiding that extra leaflet. Again, trying to keep in the environmental concerns, avoiding having to have extra paper used. Inside there's the information. We do, Diego de la Palma is distributed all over the world. And so there's many different packaging. On the packaging, it's trying to meet the needs of every single
All the
language
different markets.
out there. And so encourage your clients, if they're not from English speaking countries, then they can certainly find their language in there somewhere.
The other interesting packaging is for the Pro Collagen Super Mask. It comes in a box of 8, but you can open it and it becomes a retail expo right from that box. So that's really smart packaging and really convenient for you. Now let's look at the efficacy tests. Like we said, we're some of the only brands out there doing efficacy tests for your clients. So if we look at the Silver Revitalizing Anti-Age Cream, 95% had brighter skin with the glass skin effect.
This is a very popular concept right now. A lot of younger girls are looking for that glowy skin, the glass skin effect, the glass facial. All of that can happen very easily with the Revitalizing Anti-Age Cream, the Revitalizing Facial, and most definitely you will have some very, very satisfied clients. The smoothness of the skin texture is immediately improved, and of course, oxygenation is so important.
And you can see on the bottom as well, these were tests using instrumental tests. We won't go into all the details, but the details are in there. So these are very reliable, proven results. In the Gold Redensifying Anti-Age Cream, there is a 28% increase in collagen, 19% in skin firmness, and 17% wrinkle volume reduction. So again, these are incredible results. You can see it here on the Dermascan imaging on the side.
And you can see that the wrinkle has actually gone down, a more plump skin, and even in the in the slide, you can see where there's this more undulation. So remember, I said to you, we need to get that back. We need to get back the thicker epidermal junction with the dermis and the epidermis. So you can clearly see that there's a lot more collagen being produced.
Mm-hmm. And then finally, for the Platinum Skin Renewal, 30% increase in elasticity, 15% increase in cellular energy, and 12% decrease in the marionette wrinkle depth. And again, here you can see the before and after images where that marionette line is much smaller. That wrinkle has really been reduced.
And again, this is only over 28 days. So what can happen at 3 months, 6 months? Of course, they can't give us those results because that would just be too much for them to do. But as long as we know it can work this fast, then we can only imagine what else it can do as we move forward.
Great result over time.
The collagen booster firming face emulsion is the one that's the most effective, of course, being a serum. So this again is this product right here that everybody in your clinic should walk away with. And here we have some amazing results: brighter looking skin, the glass effect, the collagen improved by 30%, firmness and elasticity by 30%, reduction of facial wrinkles 20% almost, and neck wrinkles less 12%. So again, this was over only 28 days. By the way, a lot of our products, you don't need very much. It goes a long way. So I tell people usually this should last you anywhere between 3 to 4 months. And that is if you're using it morning and night.
So here they're presenting different routines for each age, routines of the home care. This information is all available in a brochure that we can provide to you as well, or information you can put on your website with a nice routine set up for each stage. So for example, if we're looking at the silver routine, they suggest starting with the Cell Detoxium Booster Serum, then using the Icon Time Correcting Eye Cream, the Icon Time Silver Revitalizing Anti-Age Cream, and as a special extra to use the Super Mask every once in a while, once a week for an additional boost.
Some like to do treatments at home, some don't, it just depends. The gold routine at home is with the Cell Detoxium Booster Serum, and this golden serum, again, this is just a recommendation. Those clients who enjoy using this serum is definitely still part of the line, so please continue to have it available for your clients. It has the golden pearls that are encapsulated with high weight molecular hyaluronic acid. And again, it can be applied morning and night after the Cell Detoxium serum. And then you have your anti-age cream, that is the gold. And then you have your weekly care of your collagen mask, and they recommend, if they want another serum, to sell them this serum as well. It's very often the case now where people like to use 2 serums. I recommend that. I prefer to use the Collagen Booster Firming Face Emulsion during the day, and I use the Cell Detoxium Booster, this one in, sorry, the other way around. I use this one at night and this one in the day. Yeah.
And now the platinum routine. Again, they suggest the booster serum, the Cell Detoxium Booster Serum, which is an amazing product for everyone, regardless of age. The Icon Time Correcting Eye Cream, the Icon Time Gold Elixir Serum, and then the Platinum Skin Renewal Cream. And then as a secondary serum, you would use the Collagen Booster Firming Face Emulsion. So again, this is when you're looking at 50 plus, you're having drier skin, they're most likely going to need a serum both morning and night. And so this is just a suggestion of some options for different serums you can use.
I also like to rotate serums for my clients. So, perhaps they've used one and now it's time to switch and, give them another one. So if you're looking at just selling them one instead of 2 or 3, you could have them sort of rotating and cycle through. This one, we do want to mention that in the literature that you'll be getting, or they provided to us, they're also suggesting to use it over your cream, the collagen serum, this new one right here, because it does have a very beautiful glow. And so your skin looks amazing just wearing this and nothing else. For especially those clients who don't like to wear makeup, this is a real beautiful product to apply. And it does go over the cream.
And then as a weekly treatment, the super mask would be great for these clients as well.
Now they do recommend a self-massage at home. So, maybe teaching your clients a little bit about the soothing movements to do for themselves, stroking up on the cheeks, stretching the expression, smoothing lines, and then of course just a general massage. Like really encourage your clients to massage themselves at home when they're applying their products. And our products will allow them to do that very easily. And then, of course, to relax and deep breath at the same time. I think these are just little rituals that you can tell your clients to do at home in the evening when they're applying their product. We do want to talk about something very exciting. It's the Ageless Pro. This is a brand new product that they've just launched. It is a limited edition. So I do encourage you, if you're interested to get it now before it's too late. It's called the Ageless Pro. And it's a very, very popular
part of this global trend that we're seeing for home care devices. People want to be doing more and more, and they want to have visible results at home. And this is something that is appealing to the modern client who wants to be doing more to take care of their skin at home. So we have that with our Ageless Pro device. It's a beautiful, compact little device, really elegant packaging.
Comes in a beautiful box. And it has its own charger so that you can plug in. It's very much like a USB port, right?
A wireless, same charger as cell phones. So a wireless device to use. And it comes with beautiful packaging. It has, this is just more about the packaging. So I can keep going. So this has 4 different functions. That's part of what makes this such an incredible device. It has 4 different functions with 4 different lights. So each function has its own light, which is paired together with that function to give you better results. And then you can change the power level to get stronger or a more delicate, milder treatment, depending on what you want. So the first one we have is EP Glow, electroporation glow with the red light. This is going to be combined to give you more glowing skin and to penetrate your product.
So electroporation, as you know or may not know, it's based on galvanic current, but it's a modified version of galvanic current that not only penetrates gels and water-based, but also oil-based products. So that is why it can penetrate your cream, your serum, and it does so in a very, very comfortable way, but more effective way to open up the cell channels to absorb the serum into the skin. Then we have the microcurrent that sculpt. And this microcurrent that sculpts is going to address more the muscles. So it's going to sculpt and lift the muscles to shorten the muscles and creating a similar to an EMS, electrical muscle stimulation, but in a very, very low and safe way. Because, remember, this is something that's going in the hands of your customers. So we don't want them tearing at their muscles or twitching or causing any stress to the skin. This microcurrent is very easy to work with, very comfortable. It does go quite high though, so you do want to tell the customers to get used to it. Start with very low, and then as you want to move up, you can move up a little bit more. And then the third light is the purple light, and this for to heat and to restore. And the heat, I'm just going to check something, sorry. The heat is not very strong heat. It's not a burning. So don't worry about that. I've tried it numerous times myself. Even at the highest level, it's not going to be too hot. It's just warm. And then the vibration is the last one. And the vibration is a very soft vibration, just again to stimulate the microcirculation, the lymphatics. So to really promote that wonderful sensation of re-energizing and again, helping the products to penetrate deeper into the skin.
And it's very easy to use, very user-friendly. You just press the button to get you through the different functions, and each function will last on its own cycle for 5 minutes, and after that it shuts off and you can move on to the next function. So they recommend you go through all 4, so it would be essentially a 20-minute treatment for yourself at home or for your client at home, or you can skip ahead and just do one if that's your preferred segment.
Some people have asked me, can I buy this and use it in the professional treatment? And of course you can. You can do that too. They are available for retail, but nothing stops you from using them in your treatments. The cost to them is $200, and then it's up to you how much you sell them for. You can do a combination special promotion if you like, where maybe you give this at a special price if they've purchased a series with you of 4. Remember, the facial treatments, we recommend 1 a week for 4 times. So maybe you could put together a package where you offer the 4 facials, this, and perhaps a collagen serum all together as a special package at a special price.
We'll show you some artwork in just a moment. So we have this video that we had showed you, and then this is the poster that they have. It's a bold and contemporary ad. I think it's really eye-catching. 3 women of different ages. And then we have the group shot showing the beautiful packaging, the precious metallic details. And this is the catchphrase, the precious power of time. We also have this beautiful poster with the results right on it. These are all images that we can give to you to use that help you to communicate the segment and what it does and how great this treatment is for you.
You can print this too and put it in your front desk in one of those clear poster holders. And so, yeah, we do have a poster as well. If you do an opening order with this line, we definitely give you that.
Yeah.
We also have a beauty routine that we're going to be having available very shortly. We're actually just sending it off to the printers as we speak, so that you can provide this to your clients.
These brochures with the suggested routines.
And information, yes.
And then we have a professional guide available in PDF. For those of you who are on our online learning platform, you'll be able to access this right away. If you don't have access to our online learning platform, please send us an email at office@intercosmetics.ca and we'll get you signed up. It's our amazing platform that has all our updated professional guides, ingredient listing, all the technological information that you would need, all the technical information. We do have samples of these 4 products for new retail. We have testers available as part of the opening order. And we have this artwork. So these were some of the promotions we were talking about. We have this artwork ready for you, but you can obviously adjust whatever treatment you want. So we have this image, for example, with the Ageless Pro.
If you buy an Ageless Pro.
Yeah, you buy an Ageless Pro and you get the collagen booster for free. That could be a potential promotion you want to offer. Another one is that you buy the Ageless Pro and you get the cabin treatment or your professional treatment. You get that free.
Another option
Would be 1 Icon Time redensifying anti-age cream and 1 Icon Time eye correcting cream, and then you get the cabin treatment for free. Or another one, the revitalizing and the Icon Time eye cream, and then you get a super mask for free. So these are just a few different options of things you might want to offer, or maybe you want to offer them at a special price. We have that available for you to download, and you can adjust it yourself, or if you don't have a graphic artist and you want us to help you, we're happy to help to adjust that to your specific promotion as well. And then we have a social media kit with some beautiful images. This is a huge benefit, so please take advantage of it. You don't need to spend time creating content. You don't need to pay anyone to create content for you. You can use these beautiful, professionally curated images that they have created that are specifically made for social media. Amazing images that beautifully communicate the benefits of the line. Okay, so this is all that is available. And that is everything from our presentation today. So thank you so much. We're going to get to some questions now. Oh, great question from Marvis. I was just answering this question from someone the other day. I love both Fill Lift and Icon Time. Do these 2 lines complement each other, or would you use one over the other? That's an excellent question, and that's something we get fairly often. I would say that they do complement each other very well. They're both anti-aging lines, but they're both anti-aging lines with different purposes. So Icon Time, as we've just discussed, is more about the overall general well-being of the skin longevity, and protecting the health and youth of the skin. So that's going to target the structure and all the general things that we've been talking about today. Fill Lift is a more specific targeted treatment towards filling wrinkles, that's the Fill Lift part, and lifting the contours of the skin. So those are the two targets of Fill Lift. Fill Lift is something that can be used at any age. So while Icon Time has the specific age segments, Fill Lift is something that you could be using at any age for anyone. It's something that you can use together with Icon Time, or perhaps those specific things are more of your client's need. You can have them try Fill Lift and then use Icon and cycle between the two. Fill Lift is also more of it's the top of the segment, so it's more specific luxury packaging, luxury pricing. For some people, they only want to pay for the best of the best. They want the top of the shelf. Even if another cheaper product might be great for them, they want the best. And that's what Fill Lift is targeted for. So there are some subtle differences. I would say you can definitely use both. The way most people probably like to use it is that they like to change their products every few months. So maybe they use Icon Time this time, and then in the next few months, they'll use Fill Lift. And then after they're done Fill Lift, maybe they'll try a different product from Icon Time, and so on.
It's very important to also have a variety of products in your business within the line itself. So navigating through that through various times of the year, I find it's really helpful.
We have another great question here from Kristen. Can any DDP serum or cream be used with the Ageless Pro device?
Yes.
Some devices have specific gels that have to be used to activate the current. So we do suggest that you use a product with it, because one of the great benefits of the Ageless Pro is that it's going to help you to penetrate the product and penetrate your active ingredients. So if you're not using a product, you're not going to get that benefit. We do have a really great brochure that we can provide to you that suggests which product, but we really suggest that the Icon Time booster serum that we were talking about today, this would be the perfect product for anyone to use together with the Ageless Pro. You could use it with all 4 stages, and you would get a really amazing result and a really pleasant, beautiful treatment.
You can also use it with Fill Lift. I did notice that, excuse me, you can also, if the skin starts to get a little bit dry, and again, it depends on the client, right? If they're not taking care of themselves as well as they should, perhaps, their skin is extremely dry, then when they put that product on, it might go in too quickly and they'll start to get a little bit. So what I suggest is just spray with a toner. I really love the vitamin C spray. I think it's amazing. So just spraying a little bit of that to get you through the next 5-10 minutes to the next stage. So usually the current and the actual penetration, that's why it's been built that way. 5 minutes with the glow, electroporation, it does need a lot of moisture. Another 5 minutes with the microcurrents, it also needs a lot of moisture. And then the heating and the vibration, you don't need, it doesn't matter whether you have, it'll still be soft, of course, but you don't need so much moisture. So spraying themselves only once in between, I find absolutely amazing.
We have another question here. Is the sheet mask good for clients at home after the SQT biomicroneedling treatment?
Yes.
Yes, that would be amazing. Again, SQT is a treatment that is aggressive, so your skin feels uncomfortable, similar to if you've done a really intensive microneedling or if you've done laser or
this is an
aggressive peel, anything like that. This mask would be incredible, gives you great results, and it's gentle and delicate on your skin in terms of you don't have to wash off a cream mask. It's a gentle sheet mask, perfect for after an aggressive treatment. Also would be great after someone has had, anybody who's had injectables or filler, and then after the period of time that they're allowed to use their skincare again, that would be a great treatment that extends the benefits of their filler.
Also
or their injectables.
microneedling, nano infusion, of course, with microneedling, very popular out there.
Okay, I think those are all the questions. I'll give another moment in case anybody has another question that comes up. If you think of anything afterwards, you can always call or email us, and we're happy to talk to you one-on-one about any specific questions. We will have a opening order package. So if you're looking to buy the whole line, or perhaps you already have the line and you just want to get the new segments or the new products, please reach out and we're happy to talk to you about that opening order package a little bit more.
We also have samples, so please feel free to ask for samples, either in person when you go to the stores, or if you're placing an order online, there's a section where you can ask, right, for a specific
You can
thing.
always leave
So,
a comment if you can't find this.
But if you're looking to purchase any of these products, please give us a call. We'd love to talk to you to see where you're at in terms of what you already may have or what your needs specifically might be.
Great. Okay, I think that's all the questions that we had today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your time, and we hope to hear from you soon.
Take care.
Oh,
Bye.
and just sorry, I should have mentioned this earlier. We will be repeating this same webinar next Monday. So if you want to go over it again, you're welcome to join us again. Otherwise, it's just going to be a repeat of the same seminar. And so feel free to join us again next week for another review, or if you have any more specific questions, you can join us next week as well.
Are we sending them the power? Can we send them the PowerPoint maybe?
No, because the file is too large, but
Oh.
if you are a part of our online learning platform, you will have the PowerPoint in the online learning platform. If you are not signed up for our online learning platform, please send us an email. Anybody who is a DDP account, that means you have placed an opening order and you've opened your account, you have access to this online learning platform. So you'll have access to all this information.
Oh, and there is a video step-by-step, brand new.
Yes.
That is also available on that software on our educational platform. So please visit it. And she said, if you don't have access,
Please let us
or
know.
you've forgotten how to get on, lost your password, that happens sometimes, just reach out to us and we will help you. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye.
Thanks.